Hello everybody, today is Sunday, April 24th, 2016, and today I'm going to go ahead and do Psalm 63. I'm going to read the whole thing, which is 11 verses, and it's a Psalm of David when he was in the wilderness of Judah. So, it says, O God, you are my God, earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you, my flesh faints for you, as in a dry land and weary land where there is no water. So, in this first verse, it seems that David is earnestly seeking God, and possibly he feels weary too in a dry and weary land where he's talking about his wilderness. And this can also relate to us because we can go through a wilderness too where we feel that there is no water and no refreshment. So then look at how David reacts in these next few verses. He is in the wilderness, and in verse 2 he says, So I have looked upon you in the sanctuary, beholding your power and glory. Because your steadfast love is better than life, my lips will praise you. So I will bless you as long as I live, in your name I will lift up my hands. So even though he is in this wilderness where there is no water, he is still looking up to God and to his power and glory, and recalls what God has done in the past. He recalls of God's steadfast love and his patient love, and that God is better than life itself. So this is kind of a good attitude to have and to follow if you're going through a wilderness, if you're going through a tough time or things seem to be slow in working out and not working out. He still praises God, and he says that he will bless God as long as he lives. Then 5 says, My soul will be satisfied as with fat and rich food, and my mouth will praise you with joyful lips, when I remember you upon my bed and meditate you in the watches of the night. For you have been my help, and in the shadow of your wings I'll sing for joy. My soul clings to you, your right hand upholds me. So, once again, in this tough time, he is still satisfied, just like food, because of the spiritual food that God gives him by his presence. And it's when he remembers God on his bed before he lays down to sleep, he thinks of God and meditates on him. And that's another practice that that's a good one for me to practice, and that's also an encouragement for those of you who are watching. And it says, For you have been my help, and in the shadow of your wings I'll sing for joy. My soul clings to you, your right hand upholds me. So this is about how God has already helped him through what he's gone through, and perhaps this could be another trial or whatever, but he is relying on God because of what God has done before, so he is relying on God's faithfulness, and he is clinging to God. And then 9 says, But those who seek to destroy my life shall go down into the depths of the earth. They shall be given over to the power of the sword. They shall be a portion for jackals. And then 11 says, But the king shall rejoice in God. All who swear by him shall exult. For the mouths of the liars will be stopped. So in this last verse, there's a promise that the king, which is, he's talking about himself, shall rejoice in God. So in the end, we will be able to rejoice in God after coming out, after God helps us and holds us by his right hand. So if you're going through a time in the wilderness, I just want to encourage you to keep seeking God and praising God, and just to always be by his side, because he will uphold you through hard times, and it will be the more you seek him, the more he will help you through your time. I hope that you are blessed and that this certainly helps you through your tough time, because this is one that will help me too. If you're going through a wilderness, just keep seeking God.